Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well today, and I wanted to go over how to navigate this week's lesson plans, and hopefully it will give you information for today and in the coming weeks. These videos will be posted under the how-to video announcement with the website link. So to access this, you're going to first go to access your suggested lessons and activities. You're going to go to New School from Home. And here I lay out the expectations that while I'd still love to see you engaged in some of the activities that are posted, I don't want to stress you out, and you don't have to follow the plans exactly, but it's ways for you to review different ideas. Now, it's already March 23rd in this video, so we're going to go ahead and click on this link, and if I remember, we'll come back and look at that photograph of my pet dog. So the listed suggestions for this week are grammar, reading, writing, and persuasion, as well as some additional skills practice. If you are the kind of person that likes to download the document and check things off as you go, please feel free to click on this one and print it out, and then you can click, check off things as you go. So our first one, grammar. Raise your hand if you can hear the music. There is a video you can watch here, YouTube, that goes the different answers and so forth. And if you want, you can download the actual document. Raise your hand if you can hear the music. And you can either do the document as you're watching the video, or you can say, hey, I want to try this and then see what happens. I'll do this on my own, think about what my ideas are, think it through, and then I'll watch the video to think of the analysis or ideas being presented. Also, you can print this out if you have a printer at home and do it that way. So, additionally, you can practice verb tense and accidental shifts in verb tense that are recommended to you through our IXL website. A lot of times in student writings, and in my own, we tend to shift verb tense, like he went to the store and then he laughs at the cashier. So you shifted from past tense, he went, to present, laughs. And you want to make sure that you're staying consistent. Here's another recommended activity for you to do is to read an hour and a half by Friday. You can track your reading on a reading log, or you can just fill out a form once you finish your hour and a half of reading. So the form, copy, go to, and then you put your name in, and then the dates that you read. So let's say I read on Sunday, and I'm also going to read today. And I'm not going to read for a third day because I've already got my hour and a half in. So I'm just going to go ahead and put 3:23 in. And it was generally a good experience. It was very quiet, and I was able to really enjoy the book. The book was called Big Little Lies, and it was my own book. And I read for 80 minutes at one point, so that's what I'm going to hit submit. And then I'll have a chance to see what you did. Okay. Now, in addition to that, you have some ways that you can explore writing. Take a look at the journal entry that you wrote on Monday through Wednesday of last week. I wrote some written feedback and gave you a score in the air quotes grade section. Please remember there are no grades. I just wanted to give you a score as a point of reference for the quality of the content that you have written and recommendations for your writing as you continue to work from home. Optional is this persuasive appeals public service announcement, and the details of this. First of all, it's not necessarily due. You don't have to turn it in. I would like you to do the work, but this is optional. You only do it if you want to, okay? So this specific thing is right here. Okay? And the assignment is to write a 75 to 100 word announcement that persuades students to not vape, smoke, or chew tobacco. And you want to include either two of the following: logos, pathos, or ethos. And then you're going to highlight those examples in your writing. So, for example, if I were to say, did you know that 50% of teens who begin smoking at the age of 14 are, become addicted to cigarettes for life? Now, I just made that fact out of plain air, so that's not true, but that's a fact. So if it were real. So then I would, if I were writing that, I would highlight it yellow to show that that is using logos. Whereas here, I might say, my grandmother passed away due to smoking because she grew up in a generation where people didn't realize cigarettes were harmful. She passed away from lung cancer. So it's a true story and it's kind of sad, and I want to use that story to discourage students from smoking. So when I would write it, I'd highlight it green. Okay? And then here is how I will score it. Again, this is not graded. It doesn't go in the grade book, but I do want to, give you some feedback on your overall quality. And here you have very clear details about the content. And one more thing that's very important, please make sure you include any website addresses at the bottom of your announcement so that I know what sources you got the information from. And try not to get your facts from memes. Try to get legitimate, facts from like the CDC or, anti-smoking foundations or something like that. Let's say you've written that, you're really excited about it, and you want to turn it in so I can take a look at it and give you some suggestions. You're going to click here under Public Service Announcement, and then choose Browse My Computer. And hopefully you've saved it. You wrote it in a Word document and you've saved it, and you put it in your English class folder. And let's just pretend this is, say, Public PSA, Public Service Announcement. I'll put my last name in it. I said, oh, there it is. There's my PSA. All right, I'm going to hit Open. And then Submit. And then make sure you wait for the screen to actually display the information before leaving the screen. So if it's blank, it means that A, maybe you didn't save your work, B, you uploaded the wrong document, or C, you forgot to hit attach work in that was on the previous web page. Now we've done this a number of times, so if you have specific questions or you need help, let me know, but I'm hopeful that you'll be relatively independent with this. Let's say you accidentally submitted the wrong thing, you can hit Start New, and you can submit up to 3 times. Remember, make sure you browse your computer, find the specific document, and then hit Open. Okay? Some additional things that you can do with persuasion is to watch a lecture on fallacies. Fallacies are errors in judgment or errors in logic. So people draw conclusions or think about things, but the way it's structured, it's not actually accurate. And this is the last piece of new information I'm going to present to you. Everything that we do from here on out will be a review in one way or another. It's going to be with creative writing, or it's going to be with plot ideas. So it's, I'm not really going to be doing a lot of instruction on, I won't be doing instruction on new content for the most part. Everything will be based in some skill you've practiced before. Okay, so if you want to, you can watch the video on YouTube. The link is right here, and then you can you can practice on Quizlet about fallacies and persuasive appeals. So if I was going over this part, the public service appeals, persuasive appeals announcement, and you're like, I don't remember this. I know we went over it, but I don't remember it. You can go and do the Quizlet and practice that to refresh your memory of the different terms to help you with the different ideas, okay? So I believe that is everything. Last but not least, here are the pictures of the dogs and the cats. Well, I'll show you one, but then if you want to see the others, you actually have to go to the website. So that's Nala, and she's trying to fit into a cat bed, which is hilarious. And the next photo is of Wilma inside a box, and then there's another one of Nala. So I hope that was helpful. Here's my contact information if you need assistance. If you want to look at the other video, it walks you through the different resources you can use to read independently. And I hope to talk to you soon. Have a good day.